Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Magic Arena Run. Today we are doing midweek Magic and it's a Phantom bot draft. Usually we get usually you get Phantom sealed for the next upcoming set, but it's actually nice of them to give us a Phantom bot draft of Chromatic Cube. Now a lot of people don't like to play Chromatic Cube because that event actual is also Phantom, but if this is one way to get people to experience it, it's perfectly fine. Now, how does Chromatic Cube differ from the other typical power cubes? It's generally more synergy based, but it's also heavy on multicolored. Now, I'll talk about all the mana fixing that comes along, but otherwise we're gonna see a lot of power here. Surprising enough, this pack does not have much in the way of lands. We only have a Riverglide pathway. And it actually makes some other cards interesting, like Cavalier of Night normally is a very solid card in itself, but in a format where you want to go multiple colors, this one is kind of awkward. You probably are going to be cheating it out some other way, like say Eldest Reborn or whatnot. That said, we do have a Protein War engine, so Alchemy gives us a bunch of options. I'm actually glad they gave us this option. Well, Gale's Redirection also pretty solid. Heliod's Sun Crown also ideal for mono white plus. The safest pick is probably Embercleave. You pretty much just need 2 red and a little extra. You just need to be attacking. We'll probably take this one. Cast Out is probably our second option. Also, let's do a check on what are the creatures we get. It drafts you a card that almost gets you the crew tree. And when it becomes crude, it becomes a copy of the exiled card. So yeah, it's somewhat interesting, but there are some dud effects as well here. You're pretty much just playing this to draft a card. So it's not the Protein War engine itself, but it's what you can get out of it that's interesting. I think we will probably take the safe pick and go Embercleave for now. At least dip our toes in one color before we decide what the other colors are like. Do I want to go Tiamat? Maybe not. Torrential Gearhulk also pretty solid. The format is relatively on the slower side because you want to assemble your colors. But it does encourage some sort of aggro-like effect, so I could easily take Krenko here. Yeah, it's a 1/2 for 3 mana, but if it provides enough creatures for me to power up Embercleave, it's something to consider. Otherwise, Intrepid Adversary is something to look out for, Dreadhorde Invasion, whatnot, if we're going for the go wide. Which is actually a thing. So, unfortunately, we do have a Blightstep pathway if we want to go black-red. We probably want to get some sort of removal. Maelstrom Pulse is pretty solid here. Pull of the Mist Moon, also kind of removal. So Dream Eater is also removal, but also very expensive for what we're trying to do. Altar of Baal. Make a tap token with Menace, nah, and exile creature to return a creature card from. Interesting, but I'm actually more likely to take the Maelstrom Pulse here. Let's see if we can dip into black-red or red-green. Nashi is an interesting way to go. Callous Blood Mage allows us to go wide in that sense. Trostani also really helps us with the go wide, although we are going into way too many colors at that point. I probably want to take Callous Blood Mage first. If Nashi comes back, Nashi comes back. Also of note that in a format where you're encouraged to play a lot of colors, having colorless options is pretty decent. So at least Sky Sovereign does have an ETB removal effects, so we can kind of count on this. Otherwise, Magmatic Channeler, not enough instants or sorceries. Beanstalk Giant does help us fix our mana. It is just a bit unexciting. Probably not going to go for Luca likewise. We'll just go with the Skyship for now. Well, we'll have to take the Lightning Bolt here, but I will consider Imistrum Predator if it does come back. Magda's also quite decent as well. We then got Territorial Kavu. This one pays us off for going domain. Definitely want to take this. It's at least a 3/3 in the with the planned colors we're running, but we can take. We're gonna be on the lookout for other lands and whatnot. Invigorating Hot Spring is not where we want to go. Corvold is more where we want to go. Monster Manual kind of likewise. I guess we go Corvold here. It actually combos well with Krenko, but now we need to be on the lookout for... Now pathways are not so great because we want to go domain. Plarg, not so great either. Blood Artist is actually gonna be... would actually be quite annoying here. For our... especially if we combo with Krenko. I was pretty sure Cavalier was gonna cycle back, but I don't think I want to go into that now. Yeah, we'll go Blood Artist. Yeah, Forsaken Crossroads is fine. Tireless Provisioner, actually, it's either Tireless Provisioner or Circuit Mender. Circuit Mender generally Tireless Provisioner better with Corvold, but Circuit Mender is just better overall. Feed the Swarm is also fine. Blade Splicer, we're gonna go Cold Steel Heart. Timeless Witness is quite good as well, but it's actually very good, but I think I want to do Cold Steel Heart. We do need to have ways of like ramping to our other stuff. Meteor Golem's fine. I kind of want to just take the Explorer, and this is the Yargle Explorer. But do I want to dip into white just on the off chance we can get Trostani to work? I think I'll just take the Explorer. We'll play it safe. And when one controls fights or become block, draw a card. Now, Selvala, we do have some big creatures, but there is the chance that this backfires on us. Something to keep in mind. That said, I'm still going to take Selvala here. Definitely going to take Oracle of Muldaya for the same reason. So what are we on the lookout for? We're on the lookout for domain types. Also, Field of the Dead kind of works with our deck here. Dollhouse of Horrors, exile creature card from your graveyard. We are expecting a lot of creatures to die, so this one kind of works. Otherwise, I'd just be taking Elvish Mystic. Terror is fine too, but yeah, I guess we can take. I want to take Terror. I want to take Yawgmoth. Neither of them are quite ideal, but I guess a 5/4 flyer is still fine. Okay, got the Shatterfang. One or more tokens. Shatterfang actually really neat combo. Young Pyromancer also a good combo as well. Cut to Ribbons, solid removal. We are kind of short on the removal side. I do like the idea of a Chatterfang as well, but we do have to also be on the lookout for token generators if we're going that route. Jetmir's Garden, this gets us red and green. Saga Triome gets us green and black, so we definitely will take one of these two Triomes. Not so sure. So we are more... yeah, our black is the least. And we did see a lot of white being passed around. Oh, we did see a lot of blue passed around as well. I guess we take the Jetmir's Garden. Let's get the one that fixes most of our colors, and then we'll worry about the other ones eventually. We are still in the market for pretty good Now this one only cares about tokens. It doesn't have to be creature tokens, so Captain Land Storm is actually quite good here. Again, you see we're trying to work out how does this synergize with this and whatnot. That's pretty much the plan. Conjure is not that. Probably just take the Overgrown Tomb. If we can fix our mana, we should try to work on it. We'll probably take the Death. I want to take Starf Extinction, but we'll probably take the Death Cap Blade. God Pharaoh's Gift. has always been solid, but I think we're trying to aim for a lower curve, so we'll try not to get into that one. Now, World Tree unfortunately doesn't give every domain type, so that's a bit of a whiff. There's Alicia who smiles at that. You can pay. We don't have that many though. I think the safe pick is actually Llanowar Visionary. Woe Strider also counts. It does make a token. Gives us something to do with it. I'm probably gonna avoid dipping too much into black at this point. Which is awkward. There is a Soul Servitude. There's a Mid-Feats Enthusiasm. We do want to take Sanders Lounge though. With this, we do air quotes have domain. I guess we can try taking Yawgmoth. But that might be one of the first things I'd cut. Speaking of cut, we will take Cut to Ribbons here. I could take Young Pyromancer, but our instant and sorcery count is awfully low. So we'll take Cut to Ribbons here. There's a Sheltered Ticket. We'll take that. Okay, nothing much here. Dragon Master Outcast will generate us a lot of tokens over time. Skull Prophet does fix our mana, so that is an option. We're probably just gonna play this for the mana. We're not really playing it for the mill in this case. Though Paradise Druid is probably better in that regard, so we can cut Skull Prophet now. We'll take one Nav or probably not going to run it. Probably not going to run Alicia as well. There's an Enrica Domnati. That does kind of count as a removal. Seasoned Pyromancer probably the best card for us though. It generates tokens. Eska's Chariot also really good here. Our creature count is relatively high, so I think we can afford to take a Chariot here. Probably should, for that matter. We are passing a lot of good red stuff. We need to decide also, yeah, we're kind of more solid in green, which does make more sense. That is the way, if we're going ramp, that's how you go. Darstrain Rampage, not what we're looking for. Probably we'll just take, there's a Chupacabra, one of the better creatures here. We probably end up going to take this Proving Ground though. We are admittedly bending over quite a bit to make domain kind of work, but we don't exactly have that much domain to begin with. I'm just a bit concerned about how much double black I'm running. Yeah, we'll take the Proving Ground. We probably will take double black for Crux of Fate though. We do want at least one board wipe as an option. Lelia is also very good. We probably want to have one board wipe at least. If well, there's a Vraska's Contempt as removal. Mythos of Netroid kind of. We're generally trying to remove a creature anyway. Valky can get us there if it does make it to late game. Prosper is card advantage, but feels kind of slow. I'm actually gonna just take Valky at this point. Yeah, we're starting to take more black cards, not very ideal. Speaking of more black cards, all of a sudden our red is starting to look very underperforming at this rate. Let's also do sanity check on the removal. We have we got Lightning Bolt, Maelstrom Pulse, Crux of Fate is a board wipe, so Cut to Ribbon, Sky Sovereign, so 4 pieces of removal. We might want to take the Abrade here. I want to take Liliana, but that's yet another double black. If I have options to not go double black, I will take that option. Heart of Kiran's not there. Golos is one payoff for this. Like, we can just use it to search a land. We will most likely end up hitting all our colors this way. This is a decent beater at 5. So we'll probably cut Yawgmoth at this point. We'll still keep the Crux of Fate begrudgingly. Pathway, Underrealm Lich. Two-handed axe, not really. There's a Dryad of the Elite. Oh, this one solves our domain problems. Not very great though, but it does solve it. It counts. There is a Ketria Triome if we don't happen to draw into that. There's also this new guy, Rizig the Bone Cobbler. So what cards do we like to have ETB as an artifact? Valky's pretty good. Blood Artist is annoying. Paradise Druid just becomes a mana rock at that point. Blood Mage is fine. Lannery Storm doesn't work. Krenko doesn't work. Chatterfang kind of works. Visionary becomes a mana rock that draws a card. Circuit Mender kind of fine. It's yet another black card, right? When I'm trying to keep the number down. But I'm probably not gonna. Etali is a win con in itself. If I'm not too convinced, I will probably just take the Triome and keep up with keep fixing our lands that way. We don't exactly have a land shooter. Okay, so well, we have Fabled Passage. There's our land shooter now. Seasoned Pyromancer, the draw 2 cards in that effect is probably the best part of it. I guess we'll take the Chupacabra now. It is better than... Hey, okay, there's Lelia kind of does things. Spring Bloom Druid also kind of helps there. I think I would rather just have Lelia. Sideboard Vraska's Contempt. Not really interested in any of these others.
And save all Zendikar's people.
Well, that was her plan. Ooh, Sram's Expertise. That one also makes tokens, but we're not exactly in white. So it's kind of okay to just make mistakes, and with this draft, we're not too incentivized for that. So let's see. Definitely running our Triomes here, running our Shelter Ticket. Overgrown Tomb comes in. Deathclap Cap Blade comes in. So we actually have quite a bit for green and black. So red is the one that's actually suffering a bit. We probably want more black at this point. So Leylak sadly has to go. Storm's fine. Krenko's fine. I might cut the Abrade for a Vraska's Contempt at this point. We also need to make 4 more cuts. I think we cut the Sky Sovereign. We don't exactly have a lot of creatures with the crew tree. Let's see, you need to cut 3 more cards. I'm probably gonna be about 3 creatures. Probably cut the Explore also. It's sure we'd like to ramp, but I think the Cold Steel Heart might be a better option for us here. Blood Artist can go. So 16-8. Probably Oracle of Mold. No, Oracle of Moldaya lets us. It's basically card draw in green. That one's really powerful. Selvala is probably the one that we do want to cut. It can get awkward if because we're not exactly playing that many big creatures, so it actually does become awkward for us. All of a sudden, Layla is probably better here. We'll run this one for now. We'll see how things pan out. Anyway, no, we only need to get 3 wins here. We'll see if it. But it is very much synergy based deck that we're aiming for. That's what kind of one of the things we are looking at. Let's see if our synergy idea works or if other people have it better. There are more specific synergies that are really super slow. We only have the Lightning Bolt and Shatterfang, but we do have all our colors. Not this one. We have red and green first, so technically that or Jetmir's Garden would be fine. We will at least have Lightning Bolt in time. I don't... Oh. Lannery Storm might be a bit late to the party though. If we can hit one untapped source, we can go Lannery Storm right away. No. Oh, I forgot. They actually put Alrund in? Oh, they did put Alrund in. So now we can do Young Pyromancer. We actually want to play Chatterfang first. Opponent probably has a removal spell for that, in which case I'm fine. Let's see what our opponent does. They're now at 4 mana. Because I can go... Opponent goes Kindred Denial. Okay. I'm actually glad they countered that and not the Seasoned Pyromancer, so that does net them a 3 mana value card. Our opponent's probably playing Pure Control, which does scare me. This might not land either. There might actually be enough counter spells for spells like this not to land. But then again, if this does get countered, we can exile to generate tokens, so we have that backup plan. If we're gonna discard cards, most likely discarding the Oracle. We might have to discard Corvold as well, which is a shame. The Corvold's pretty much our card. We could just discard Embercleave. That's probably the least likely to land of the bunch. We'll probably just pitch these two. Oh, opponent might snipe the Chatterfang to prevent getting overrun with squirrels. That is a plan. Silumgar's command, return target permanent. Now, oddly enough, this does allow me to just do this. And yeah, we'll probably end up playing Corvold first. Opponent is playing Control. They're on the 1:1 setup. They might have a board wipe incoming. It should be expected. Solar in the Murk.
You fight for me now.
So Territorial Kavu. The Paradise Druid is there to be it's there to be a juicy target. That said, it looks like they do have a response, so so a bit sad for. Yeah, they might have a response to this. Okay, they actually let it through. Could be like a pump effect or some sort. It could. Well, it could be power toughness reduction. That would also be annoying. Vesuvan missed. Okay, that was not the worst. Okay, let's... I'm gonna try to see if we can... We're kind of waiting for our opponent to go all out so that we can land Corvold. This will start netting us cards again. Opponent has been able to hit all their land drops. Well... They're probably gonna need to start hitting more. Into Liliana.
Blood for knowledge.
Now, return target card from your graveyard, of which it's pretty much Alrund. So they're more likely to just make a zombie mill too. But yet, now cost 3 to equip. Which I will do. I definitely will. So when it attacks, I can discard to draw a card, or exile one target creature card from a graveyard, which I definitely will do. There are some juicy targets here. Actually, there's some juicy targets now. Let's just Let's just exile that graveyard now. So probably gonna do the discard draw. We'll just pitch. We will pitch Paradise Druid. Into another land's not the worst. Opponent does have the Hullbreaker Horror. Yeah, so our opponent's literal plan was just to go get to 7. Unfortunately, this is where our lack of removal hinders us. We might have to concede this one. But yeah, we were too slow. We were too slow in that running. And we are about to be overrun by a bunch of...
Bring my own army.
Now... But now we have to race these race these flyers. This probably gets countered. If it does get countered, we probably should already concede at this point. Well, it could also get bounced. Then we'd have a reason to concede as well. Might as well sack a land. We will draw a card regardless of what not the best thing to land. Yeah, opponent still has plenty of action though. We probably might want to just concede this one. I'm actually surprised they... Oh, definitely not attacking this. I'm very sure opponent has something. Yeah, Siphon Insight, they get to bounce it. We can concede at this point. We're just pretty much wasting our time without direct removal. So unfortunately, what would have our outs been there? It pretty much would have been reliant on hitting cut to ribbons and trying to drain our opponent. We did get an early aggro shot. We just didn't get... But it was still awfully slow at the end. We probably were better off actually just equipping... We probably were better off equipping the Ember Cleave. But yeah, this particular design requires us to be hitting our aggro really early. This one, not quite gonna get us there. Triple Swamp is not ideal, but we do... Opponent, okay, Looks like mono green so far. We'll go Territorial Kavu. Unfortunately, this is the Jund land, so this is going to be a 3/3 for quite a while. If our opponent, they just went for binding the old gods, so we lose that. In which case, yeah, we're now going to try to tech up to Corvold as fast as possible. Opponent is also doing ramp, so again, this is where we have to hold the Maelstrom Pulse for as long as possible. Eska's Chariot. Now, we might actually just run it on the cats. Oh wait, do they have a fight spell? Okay, they probably have a fight spell if they're gunning for Lannery Storm, in which case we just take out the cats. Alternately, the plan would be for us to... Well, this is sorcery speed, so... Opponent deciding. Opponent can't make up their mind. Okay, they decided not to. We might end up having to sack this for Seasoned Pyromancer, but I really don't want to discard either of these. We can force the issue now. It will force them to... crew. They lose the cats. Now, unfortunately, the way this pans out, we probably will just wait. Which is actually not the worst. But we did lose a removal spell. We will end up having to play Corvold. Seasoned Pyromancer kind of needs another red source. Bit awkward with our triple swamp hand. Opponent goes Ravenous Chupacabra, which is... I'd rather it take out Captain Storm over our Corvold, so this is actually not the worst thing to happen. Now, unfortunately, this one is really bad for us because they can use this to get this back. So, what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna cast Golos first. We're basically faking our opponent out. Now, let's see. We're missing our white or blue, but it's not relevant. We already lost our domain creature. Yeah, this one is actually quite good. I really should have taken this card. I was just hesitating. Now our opponent can decide if they want to just crew the... well, they could crew the Chariot to no benefit. Now, thankfully, this does not turn into a token. It just turns it into an artifact. So, no Eska's Chariot shenanigans. If our opponent doesn't do anything, I am going to spin the wheel, exile the top three, and exile the top three cards with what we have. And I'm pretty sure our opponent's not... Oh, they're just... Okay, this isn't interesting.
These negotiations are a bit more aggressive than I anticipated. My services
Okay, they're going for Davriel. No, they only have 2 mana, so they're not buying this back. It'd be nice to see what are the options they have to choose. But look, they're the only ones to get to see. So they're choosing to draw 3 cards. And what's this emblem? You lose 1 life for each creature you control. Neat. Yeah, we're gonna spin the wheel. We're just gonna go lost. Our opponent does have 3 mana up now. They might just go for the chariot, which is super weird, but well, they're holding up mana. No, it's actually weird because to crew this they won't have the mana for this anymore. I am just gonna take it. I am honestly tempted to block Rizug. No, I'm just gonna take it. They're the ones who are on the clock now. Okay, so they're gonna take out this one out instead. Okay, that's fine. I guess we can Crux of Fate to pretty much end the threat once and for all. Although they still have a Chupacabra up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, and I also want them to take damage, so we're gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna. So now they have two choices for removal. They can either. Okay, just going for the +1.
Don't even think about it.
Right? No, it's actually it's probably more ideal for us to try to survive long enough without clearing their board. So the more creatures they dump, the better it is for us. So yeah, we're taking 4, but we know they'll be taking 4 also. Well, no. Yeah, it's the same, 4 to 4. Though it does net them more mana. So that's a Kiora Behemoth back in there. So they have 3 mana up, sure. So they go down to 11. I really want to hold this as an emergency option. I should not have played that swamp. But now we know that they're more... Yeah, let's gamble. Ugh, that was horrible. So opponent probably realizes that our intention is to make...
Then tea.
So we're definitely blocking with Seasoned Pyromancer. We might try to take out something else that brings stuff back. Conjure a Manor Guardian. Sacrifice 2 permanents. Ooh, now there's a combo sequence. So yeah, they found a good out with Davriel. They might still play the Manor Guardian. It is a it's a 4/3 and it does set up it does set up replaying either the Chupacabra or the Binding of the Old Gods. Yeah, ideally we did not play that swamp. We should have kept that swamp. We would still get our 2. We'd just get 1 token instead of 2. Okay, opponent is going. Oh, they have Shieldred too. So we will end up sacrificing creatures. So
Let's get moving.
actually, if they play more creatures out, it is better. It's still better for us. Opponent goes Wither Bloom command. Destroy target. No, no. Yeah, sure. So we probably just take the hit, go down to 4. Actually, no. We block with Seasoned Pyromancer. We need to... We need to generate more blockers again. Doesn't really matter which one we sacrifice. Now it's awkward, but we are going to cut. And the reason we're going for cut is because we want to... Okay, let's do some math here. We're probably... We need to take down our opponent to as low a life total as possible. And hope they have no way of exiling our ribbons. Oh, they set it... Oh, so they're gonna take the creature first. So let's do some math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But we're probably gonna go down to a really low life total, so that might not matter. So it's a question of whether we can close it out or if the opponent closes out on us. Wow, this is actually a lot. It's really dependent on whether they can exile our graveyard. They're going for the Chupacabra, sure. So they go down to 7. Well, it's not like we were planning to attack, and well, we could discard. Opponent's going to try to go for as much damage. What they should do is crew. Liliana Dreadhorde General.
My army will envelop this world.
Oh, they're just going. They didn't go for the full swing.
From battle to the grave.
Oh, yep, that's fine. So that draws cards.
Much from your death.
Manor Guardian, not draws a card. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We actually have them at 7. Unless they have a counter spell, which would be super annoying. Nope. They did not have it. We were so close to losing. My gosh, we are so not equipped for the late game. Well, okay, Cut the Ribbons kind of saved us in that late game, but we can't rely on that card forever. But we'll take it. So yeah, you probably want mid-range late game cards. You probably don't want to rely too much on an early game plan that lines up together. That said, we barely made it out alive. I think our opponent did make a very well. We probably could have gone in an upkeep, but yeah, they did make a big mistake on that. Okay, keeping this. We are missing a second black for our own Chupacabra, but we can cut something down. Yeah, we'll play this first. This is sorcery anyway. When opponent goes Menagerie Curator. Yeah, that's gonna draw a lot of cards. We're not letting that happen. We just need another black source, otherwise we probably go Callous Black Mage, Blood Mage. Oh wow, opponent has the better version of Callous Blood Mage here. We do have Cold Steel Hearts. Yeah, we'll draw a card, lose a life. Bit timing slightly awkward, but we can then just play Shatterfang Cold Steel Heart, set up for Chupacabra next turn. Let's see, hope that we can get there because this green white's definitely aggro mid range. aka is the Lunar. Not the worst. Not the best use of Maelstrom Pulse, but that's where we are right now. So next turn, most likely just going to play Chupacabra, pass. If we can draw another land, then we can go Chupacabra to Chatterfang. Yeah, that probably was not the best use of Maelstrom Pulse. History of Benalia. Yeah, that might have been a better one. Though I'm pretty sure opponent trades with Lannery Storm at that point. Yeah, we get the trade. And let's see, what's this? Sacrifice X squirrels plus X minus X. So I can sack the squirrel, now take out the Overseer. If our opponent goes for something mean to Shatterfang, we can take out the knight instead. Because I'm pretty sure that, yeah, this is also a squirrel, also counts. Voracious Hydra. Yeah, and that's one roundabout way to do it. Yeah, Paradise Ruined. Using Chupacabra here is so not ideal. But the knights are about to get really buff. I don't think we can survive that long. Vivian Monsters Advocate.
I speak for the worlds, unbound and unbound. Every day is a new mutation.
Let's see which one our opponent blocks. Okay, that was expected. Embercleave strikes again. No, don't know if we're... Though we might still be in trouble though. We kinda used up most of our resources. Our opponent still has a good amount of theirs. Banishing Light probably takes out the Embercleave, makes sense. We don't have... Well, until we draw Seasoned Pyromancer, our ideal plan is actually to hit with Ribbons, so we want to take our opponent down as low as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that's a wait. Let's see how much more damage we can deal to our opponent before we ribbons them out. Now, they could again have an exile effect on our graveyard, which would be sad days. Opponent is doing the math. They're trying to see how much they need to survive. Like, we just need to hit them for 4 damage and ribbons can take out the rest. Kenrit. That does it, actually. One, two, three. Yeah. I don't know. I did not pay attention if Mana Tide was in the card pool, but we did have the 1 mana left for that. So yeah, we got our second win there. That was, yeah, we kept the aggro on. Yeah, we kind of ran out of cards near the end, but we were. That was a very close one at that. And we get another lounge for our troubles. Let's see. So this one is not really keepable. Knowing how greedy our mana is, we can buy time with Valky. I'm gonna keep. Well, we'll give it a shot. We're just 1 mana away from kind of going live between these guys. Again, Valky is just there to buy time. When it does have a lot more elves. We will still play Valky. We'll take whatever their potential tree drop is. Ooh, this is really bad, but super late. We'll take Halsimir first. So next turn, we probably just play Llanowar Visionary, draw a card, play our own Esca's Chariot. We can go Chariot and Chariot. We can go Ben-Hur Chariot and Chariot battles. Okay, we hit our own Ravenous Chupacabra, but we need to secure our. We're gonna secure our mana first. I'm actually quite tempted to swing with Valky, offer the trade. But they would be very close to having the mana for it, so let's not tempt fate that way. Ideally, we hit another. Okay, we did hit another mana. Yeah, Chariot battles, go. Okay, sige. So based on that, let's see if we can win this one soon. I could just make this into a 3/3, but we don't have any way to generate wolves, so that's a bit sad. I will note that we have a way to crew our chariot and still keep up our tokens. We are missing 1 more red mana for Embercleave, but we can kind of start going Krenko on our opponent. Opponent goes Oracle of Modaya. Sure, that's another 2/2. Opponent is. They're trying to hit their mana for this, so this is going to be really dangerous for us. Okay, Elvish Mystic also. Make another token. Yeah, kind of do it the other way around in this case. Okay, we did hit our double red now. So I can attack for 1. No, I think we keep setting it up. We'll play Krenko. Because this only gives +2/+2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we actually have to snipe one of their creatures now. They're deciding they're not gonna commit. If they're gonna commit, they're gonna fully commit. We hit our own Oracle of Moldaya, but we need to delay this one. It's either I delay this one or I chump block with this, then try to land them with the Crux of Fate. We can get them that way. So we need to decide if we want to also. But yeah, that one required a target, so that's a no-go. But let's see how our opponent blocks. We might be able to... Yeah, opponent concede! Now they would have the mana to cast the Forerunners, but their Alpha Strike, but they lost all their Alpha Strike potential at that point. And we still had our Chupacabra, though I don't think our opponent knows that. But there you go, that was really tough. And you know what? That's pretty much close to a good hour. We're gonna call this episode. That's gonna be it for this episode of the Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications and whatnot. If you're not interested in doing the actual chromatic draft, this midweek magic's for you. Just get a free taste of what to expect and see if you enjoy it. That's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone. Take care.